beautiful souls, and welcome. And today we are doing a pick a pile reading. So let's just pick our 3 cards to start with. There's card 1, 2, and let's find 3 right here. All right. Now let's take a look. So we have card 1, Arnica. Card number 2, Palo Santo. And for number 3, we have Mugwort. All right, so you can take a moment and pause the video here if you like, and just choose which one you feel is going to resonate with you today. You might decide to choose, a couple. You might choose just one or even all 3. Just depends how you feel. And of course, keep in mind, it is a general reading. All right, and let's get to our readings. All right, so pile number 1, you chose Arnica. So Arnica is all about that, the teacher energy. So that's about just persevering, working with a community, and just the knowledge that you have to pass on, right? Arnica, is all about, it's a plant that brings a lot of flow to an issue or to an area of the body to create deep healing. Okay. All right, so where are you right now, your present moment, as we start to lay out these cards? Deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. So this is talking about, like, right now, where you are in present time. We're looking at being in a place where you're really needing to have that sense of replenishment, which of course perfectly makes makes sense as we come out of this time of this crazy busy holiday season that everyone has had, right? So, all right, so deep replenishment. All right, so our next card. What is your soul calling you to do? All right, so your soul, so this in our traditional Celtic cross crosses us, right? So this is what's being asked right now is all about, laying the foundations for what you are going to be building in the future, right? So this is all about planning, about what kind of shifts and changes you need to make, pardon me, within your life right now. Okay, so what is rising within you? So we have transformation. So things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing, which is a really wonderful state to come into as we are sitting in this place of needing to rest, of needing to nourish ourselves, that we have this deeper healing coming forward. All right. So what is falling away? Okay. So the sense that you have known that you have been divinely guided to where you are right now, right? And right now we're in a little bit of a pause, and we're going to move into a deeper state of healing as we work on laying out the foundations for the plan that the universe has in store for us. Okay, so your soul gifts. All right. Align your life. What is not aligned or need to be changed? So your soul gift is really about your ability to look at what doesn't fit, what isn't in alignment with you, and to begin to shift that as you move about your life, as you move through your day. You can see more clearly, or you have the ability to have that oversight, to have that clear vision of what it is that you need to start to shift. I mean, so that's kind of fabulous, right? Okay, so what is being manifested? Dreaming a new world into creation, birthing new creations. All right, so whatever plan it is, whatever foundation it is that you are going to be laying down as you're moving into the space of deep healing, And this is talking about transformation at a cellular level. So this is about, a massive shift in a mental mindset, right? So as you shift your thoughts and your patterns, you are bringing something new, right? So something totally new that you haven't experienced before is going to be coming in. Okay. So what is your next step? Okay. So the next step is to tune into the portal of your heart. So this inner temple is all about going within. This is about you taking the time to shift into that internal place, right? Really deep knowing, not just about what the conscious thought pattern or I would like this, therefore I should do this, but actually going deeper and finding out what those deep motivators are. Okay. All right. Next card, past life influences. Okay. So one of the things that's influencing right now is the need to facilitate change. And this card is talking about just facilitating that change in your energy through movement, right? Something fun, something that brings joy to you. So this is dance with life. Do something to change your energy, right? So it might just be like put on your favorite crazy song and just have like a dance party in your kitchen. It can be you, your coffee mug, and your toaster having that party. It doesn't really matter. This is about you connecting with that positive energy, joyful energy, and really creating movement in your body, because movement is how we shift energy. When the body is still, like if we're going into a deep meditative state all the time, it's not going to create the same shifts necessarily as getting up and moving around. Okay. All right. So what you need to know. Okay. Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty, devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. So really interesting that the teacher has come out twice for us in this reading, I think. And I think perhaps it's not necessarily about looking for a teacher outside of yourself, but again, tuning into that inner temple, tuning into the longings of your heart and seeing what it is that you feel the call to manifest, right? How can you be more in tune with that side of yourself, right? And that sisterhood, that is bringing to me a sense of community, so maybe moving out and creating your own community as you step out into the world. All right. Hopes and fears. All right. Have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. And this is just echoing that influence from the past life to want to dance, to want to play, right? We're right now in this state of deep, of just deep replenishment, of allowing yourselves to be held in the moment and be still as we prepare to move through this transformation and bring something new into our life, right? And what are we bringing in? I think it's a brilliant idea to actually bring in this energy of play, this energy of dancing with life. Okay. And what is our potential outcome? Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So allowing yourself to be truly free from the karmic energy of your past, allowing yourself to shift and embrace joy as you move forward, right? The more we are able to let go of what doesn't align with us and step into a space of love and joy and being able to celebrate and play and have fun, the less stuck we start to feel, right? The easier it is to let go of those old negative emotions, Those old obligations that we felt bound to before, we're now able to release. All right, so that is your reading, pile number 1. Thank you so much for watching. If you feel called to, I would love if you would subscribe and maybe tune in to more readings later on. I have you a wonderful day. Take care. Hello, pile number 2. All right, so as we look at this Palo Santo, the guardian. So Palo Santo is used by indigenous cultures in Central and South America, and it is used as a sacred herb in ritual for cleansing, particularly very malignant spirits and airs out of the body. So it works on a really strong energetic level, and it's all about that, kind of the guardian energy, right? And so this card in this deck particularly happens to indicate wanting to, having a call to connect with your gifts from past lives, or those sort of innate spiritual gifts or divine gifts that you have. All right, so let's look at where we are at. Okay, so where are you in the present moment? It says you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. All right, so these are sticking. Okay, so whatever's going on right now, you don't need to overthink what's going on, right? If you're sitting in a place of worry and stress about a decision you needed to make, or you thought you should be making, and or you made the decision, you're not sure if it's the right one, or maybe you should do this instead of that, like, you're already doing what you need to be doing. So just keep going, right? Stay focused. All right. So what your soul is calling you to do right now is to release soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So this is all about releasing those old cords, old obligations, maybe energies we've actually carried through from previous lifetimes, maybe energies that we're carrying forward from earlier in our lives. It's just really time to begin to let go. And by letting go, we're actually able to, in a healthy way, begin to move forward. All right. So what is rising? Okay, so the Pleiades, channeling and uplifting humanity. So this is a really interesting energy. This Pleiadian energy, there's a concept that this is a starseed energy, and that Pleiadians have come in a spirit, in a soul form, have come to Earth to be incarnated to help to uplift humanity, to channel the divine, and to focus on just like really, really healing the human race and moving them forward. So it's a really interesting energy to have there, because it's asking you to look at what you can do that serves a higher purpose. So it's not just about the mundane things in life, right? So this need rising within you to want to do something more, and that really fits in with this guardian card that has come up, the Palo Santo, which is all about shifting things in the etheric and the energetic realm to remove those negative spiritual energies, those malignant spiritual energies, to release them, to allow a deep healing to happen. All right, so what is falling away? All right, well, that's really interesting that these two have come up, because they're both mystical places. So Lemuria was what is believed to be the Garden of Eden, right? So where we came from and what was, destroyed, kind of, it went away in a cataclysm similar to the whole Atlantean thing, right? So this is about feeling the need to make everything perfect and wonderful, right? So it's kind of focusing on that need to create the perfect thing. nothing is ever perfect, right? So it's hard to imagine what heaven on earth might actually look like. So this is a very it's a very idealistic, perhaps is the word that I want to say, right? I feel like this is a really idealistic energy, and maybe having some of that idealism fall away, and your soul gift that's coming in here is the star seed. It's about what lights you up. So what is it that makes you feel joy? What makes you feel happiness? What moment in your day makes you smile? And it's about focusing more on those positive feelings and looking for those moments, as opposed to being, often we tend to really focus on the negative in our life, right? Or this thing didn't go right today, or this thing is happening today, and this is so not what I want, right? And this is just asking, what really lights you up? What is it that you most want to do? And I think it's very much in alignment with this energy that is rising, that's just about uplifting other people, right? Making the world a little bit of a better place. Okay, so what is being manifested? Okay, life's work, a life's work, not a season of work. So get off the treadmill and take a break. So maybe you might have been overdoing it, along with this overthinking energy here, right? So maybe it's time to just take a break and get yourself focused. Focus on what needs to happen that creates something positive for you, right? What lights you up? How can you uplift those around you, right? It's not all about that grind and that overwhelm and that intense energy. Okay, sometimes we need to shift that just a little bit and just shift our focus. So, okay, so what's next? All right, the next step. How are you being called to step up and lead? And that is very much in alignment with these energies here, right? Instead of going round and around and around with whatever questioning or doubt or anxiety that you're holding in, how are you being called to step up and lead? So maybe this isn't necessarily at work. This might be something in your community, right? It might be something within a relationship where it's time for you to step up and, lead from a place of positivity, lead from a place of joy. Let go of those old negative feelings and step into this really positive alignment. Okay, past life influence. Oh, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future, break the chain. Okay, that is very interesting. So this past life influence that's coming in is really wanting you to, this is take a break the chain. Something needs to shift. You need to create some kind of change in your life if you want to release all these old patterns, right? If you want to break these bonds, you want to break the chain, you want to take a break. I think there's a really clear message coming in. Okay, what you need to know. You go first. The universe will catch you. Take a leap. This is really kind of saying to me, what would you do if you knew that no matter what, you were supported, that you were loved? Whether you succeed or you fail is irrelevant. What is it that you would do or that you would choose to do if you knew there was a safety net there? If you knew someone would catch you? If you knew that the universe supported you, that your loved ones supported you, what exactly could you be capable of? You would be capable of so many things, right? And this is you go first, the universe will catch you. This is time for you to take that leap. How are you being called to step up and lead? It's time to take that leap. It's time to do what it is that lights you up. Okay, hopes and fears. Okay, so this is interesting that this comes up in this place of fear. Share your voice. This is all about hiding your voice away, hiding away in the cave, persecution. This is about self-expression. So this really is saying to me, right? It's time for you to shift all these negative energies, and you need to take the leap and share your voice, because this is this holding yourself back out of a place of fear. In the end, it really does nothing for you. Okay? All right. And our possible outcome. Warrior woman, have you answered your deepest calling? And again, if you knew you would be supported no matter what is it that you are capable of doing? What is it that you are capable of becoming? Right? It's time to step up and lead. Take that leap. And you need to answer what it is you're being called to do. And your soul is calling you to become unbound. Right? You need to break the chain. You need to get off that treadmill. And you need to create the shift in order to move forward in a really positive way. All right, really beautiful reading for you. Card number 2. All right, I hope that you enjoyed that. And if that has resonated, I would love if you would hit the little thumbs up. If you feel called to, it would be wonderful if you would subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Hello. So card number 3. All right, so we have mugwort and psychic healing, which is interesting because mugwort is in the Artemisia family, named after Artemis, the Greek goddess associated with the moon, and she's also a huntress. And we have the owl here, which is often a symbol associated now with nighttime, with dreaming, with liminal spaces. So this whole energy here is all about focusing on the psychic healing. There's a link here. Of course, mugwort is something that is often drunk for more potent dreams or more intense dreams. So it's a very interesting herb to work with. And so this is all looking at dream work and your intuitive self. All right. Very interesting. I think that's a really interesting card to have come up. Okay, let's give this one more little shuffle. All right. So what do we need to know? What is it we need to know? I think the dream work is interesting because it often leads very much to, it's an interesting oracle practice. Okay, so this came out in pile number 2 as well as something that was rising. And in this position, this is where you are in the present moment. So this is all about channeling and uplifting humanity, having that focus of wanting to, pardon me, I think I need a little water. Okay. This energy is very much about wanting to do things that uplift other people, that help humanity as a whole. This is about a lot of energetic healing, a lot of positive energetic transmission. Very interesting. What is your soul calling you to do? The crumbling. Okay, so the crumbling, what are you clinging on to? This is all about looking at what it is that you are holding on to long past when you should have let it go. Okay, so this can be old hurts, old wounds. This is, so-and-so did wrong by you and they sabotaged you and you're still upset about it 5 years later. This is all about, letting go. If things are falling away, it's the best thing you can do is just let them fall away so that you are able to be in a space of stepping through, because look how beautiful it is. Once you step through this, you're shifting into this really beautiful space, right? The ability to bring something new, wonderful, and beautiful into your life is only there when there's space for it. And if you're holding on to these past negative emotions and you're clinging to, perhaps there's a story of, this often gives me a sense of victimhood, right? This is such and such did this to me. This is my story. This happened to me, and now my life is this. Instead of just letting it go and allowing your life to be whatever it is you want to make of it, right? Okay, so what is rising in Rama? Where are you being called to journey to? Where is it that you want to be? Right? So this is the energy that's coming in. This is the energy that's rising up. Is a feeling of a call to be somewhere, a call to do something, right? So as we move through the crumbling and we begin to let go of these old things that we've been clinging on to, we can take this feeling of wanting to do more, of wanting to heal, and, transmit that beautiful positive energy. Where is it we're being called to next? So what's falling away? Okay. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? All right. This is an important one, because if we're in this space and we're holding on to this, right? Sometimes we keep quiet to give someone else the opportunity to speak. We allow someone else who we think needs it more to step up and lead. We allow others to take the spotlight, to keep the spotlight off of ourselves, just so that we can fit in, right? Often it's that feeling of like, if you stand out too much, it'll upset other people. They'll be jealous, or they'll be this, or they'll be, so we dim ourselves down, we tone down our energy to match the energy of the group that we're with. But sometimes when you really shine your light brightly, this actually allows you to uplift and light up the people around you, right? Allows them to find their own light and begin to shine more strongly. Just depends where they are in their journey, right? So this is starting to fall away. Your need to tone yourself down, your need to be quiet, your need to let someone else shine, your need to hide away is beginning to fall away, which is great. Okay, soul gifts, the initiation, the rite of passage, crossing the threshold. All right, that's a really interesting one, that initiation energy, right? So these are the moments in our life when things shift, when things change, right? It's stepping through across that threshold, like your first day of school or your last day of school, right? That graduation, that's a threshold. Your first job is another threshold, right? So this is saying like there's something new coming in, some new energy. As soon as you are able to let go of whatever this old energy is, you will again be able to look how it's lit up, right? There's some passage, there's some portal, there's some threshold that you need to be ready to step through in order to move forward. So what's being manifested? Have you answered your deepest calling? What is it that you feel called to do? Because the warrior woman energy is here to tell you that you are more than capable of being strong enough to deal with whatever is coming your way, right? So this is what's coming forward. This is what's being manifested. So what's our next step? Oh, that's interesting. There's some similar cards coming up today in these readings. That's very interesting to me. Okay, birthing a new age. Okay, the next step, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. So your next step is to really, once you let go of the old and you're prepared to step forward, what is it that you want to create? And instead of focusing on past negativity, focus on this positive energy, this world that you want to manifest into being, to step forward into. All right, that's your next step. Past life influence. Okay. Unbound. Okay, this came up in an earlier reading. Interesting. All right. So this is all about being willing to let go of past lives. Your past life influence is telling you, just let go of your past lives. Let go of the old, because it's time to make way for the new. Let go of the old so that we can make way for something new. It's really just repeating here for you. Okay. What you need to know. This is trust the niggle. What is that nagging, niggling little feeling trying to tell you? Right? Maybe you get a sense of, a sense of unease in your gut, or a particular person walks into the room and you feel a tension up your spine, right? You start to see a pattern unfolding, and it gives you a sense of unease. So what is that trying to tell you? Because this is when your intuition is really beginning to fire up, and you need to listen to your intuition. It is very important as you move forward that you pay attention to the feelings in your body. All right, this is highlighting to me as being extremely important that you pay attention. If you get a little feeling of unease, if you get a little feeling in your stomach and you're just like, ooh, I don't like this, listen to that. Always listen to your gut. Your gut knows more than your brain does all day long, 100% of the time. But we tend to be so caught up in our daily stuff and carry so much tension in the neck and shoulders that often we feel disconnected from the rest of the body below us. And starting to tune in and listen to how your body is feeling and listen to what your body is telling you. That is extremely important for you moving forward. Okay, hopes and fears. Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? This is time for you to look at if there's somebody and they say one wrong thing and you feel yourself just flying into an emotion, a really intense emotion. This is saying, look at that. Look at what it is about that is causing you so much upset, because often once we actually really understand, and once we see that everyone is just on their own journey, everyone is just in their own place, everyone is in their own space in evolution, and we're not all at the same stage. And maybe they'll get there in this life and maybe they won't. But don't let that derail you from getting where you need to go to. All right? When somebody holds that up in front of you and confronts you with something and you're having an intense emotion about that, it's time to look at that, right? So really trust your gut and really start to tune in to the experiences and messages that you're having. Okay, so what is our outcome? All right, your possible outcome moving forward. Don't overthink it. As you move forward, keep facing your true north, right? So you know what it is you're being called to do. Letting go of the past and allowing yourself to really have a vision for what it is you can create for yourself, for other people, right? What kind of positivity you can create in your life. It's really important for you to be able to let go and trust your feelings as you move forward. Okay, don't doubt yourself. This is about paying attention to your intuition. And this is saying don't overthink it. Stop doubting yourself. Don't question your decisions or judgments that you make. Okay? You know what you know, and it's very important that you listen to that. All right. I think it's really interesting coming in with this because this is all about dreaming, right? And a lot of shamanic teachings are about, about dreaming the world into being, right? So what we focus on, what we visualize is what we create in our lives. So focusing on the positive creates more positive, right? If you are ignoring the negative, well, not say ignoring, but being willing to just let go of the negative and not let that be part of your story and focus on the positive, you attract more positivity to you. You attract more positive people to you, and you begin to release that old energy, those old negative feelings, the need to make yourself hidden, to make yourself transparent, and you're ready to step into that strong energy, right? Really embrace yourself, embrace your gifts. It's time to step through that portal, all right? Because you'll end up where you're meant to be, right? You have this beautiful path ahead of you. You just need to embrace it, not let yourself get caught up in old patterns, not let yourself be triggered by everything or everyone around you, and just step into a place of positivity. All right, so card number 3. I hope that you enjoyed your reading. If you've been here since the beginning, that's wonderful. I'm so glad that you were able to join me today. And thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up. If you feel called to, I would love if you would subscribe. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. Take care.